Ladies and gentlemen, welcome this evening to our virtual fair via StriveScan. We want to welcome you to the IACAC version of it. My name is Jeff. I will be your facilitator this evening. We have 6 universities joining us. They will each present their school for about 6 minutes. Feel free to ask questions in the Q&A along the way. Don't have to wait for the specific school to ask questions. And at the end of the day, we hope you have a great evening and learn a lot of information. So starting us off will be Chaminade University of Honolulu. Take it away.
Okay, hi everybody. Let me see if I can, thought I already have this up. Okay, cool, so we're good. Okay, aloha, my name is Crystal. I am excited to be here with you for the next 6 minutes or so. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about Chaminade University, and I'm gonna do so kind of circling around these 3 words that you see here on your screen. So ohana, kuleana, and ho'ohiki. I'll start with ohana. Probably most of you watching right now already know what that means if you've seen Lilo and Stitch especially, but for those who don't, ohana means family. And our Sword Asian family resides right here on the island of Oahu in Honolulu, and more specifically in the neighborhood of Kaimuki. So Kaimuki, it's about 15 minutes from downtown and 2 miles from the famous Waikiki beaches. You'll see Keep It Kaimuki pop up here on the screen in a few minutes. And that really is just a hashtag that relays exactly what our neighborhood is all about. Tagged a walking neighborhood, it's a close-knit community full of locally owned boutiques and shops and eateries. It was just recently named the best food block in the entire state of Hawaii, and so that's something that I really love. There's a broad range of comfort foods from Indian to vegan, Japanese, Thai, New American, whatever. You name it, we have it, and everybody has their own personal favorites, so I'll let you figure yours out when you come to campus. In the neighborhood, there's a ton of offerings nearby, including hikes and beaches, but to us, this is home. Our beautiful campus is on the hillside of Kalaipaho'aku, so you'll notice it's not downtown, it's not right on the beach either. It is a sunny 65-acre full of lush green palm trees, rainbows, and hibiscus blossoms. Our ohana is made up of nearly 1,100 students from more than 36 states and 14 countries. And just so you kind of get an idea for our campus in general, if you were to walk from down here to over here, really cross the whole campus, it's going to take you about 10 minutes. So it's not really huge. It is a traditional campus, which means that everything we offer our students is right here in this one central location, very accessible for you when you are on campus. So if you think about that and the fact that we have an 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio, it really helps tell the story of how when you come to Chaminade, you can't help but find that the strangers you meet very soon will become your family. So that's why the first word to describe our university is ohana. The second word I'll share with you today is kuleana. So here in Hawaii, locals know that that means responsibility, but it also means privilege. So as a Chaminade University stakeholder, I truly believe that it is our kuleana that sets our educational experiences apart from all other schools, regardless of which one of these 23 majors you decide to pursue. We are a federally designated Native Hawaiian serving institution. We are also a Marianist Catholic institution. While you don't have to identify as either, they are the foundational values that will drive entirely all of the experiences you have on our campus. While we believe it is our kuleana to develop the entire student, that means that we're going to educate you both mind, body, and spirit. And we believe that it is not only our responsibility to do so, but our privilege. You'll find at Chaminade that all of our classes and labs are taught by faculty, which means you never see a graduate student or any kind of teaching assistant leading your experience. All of our faculty are very well known in their fields and still very active within them as well. So that's going to make networking and internship opportunities more accessible for you. We also believe that this kuleana that we share to be the foundation for who we are, but where we are. And so this is something you will experience not just in our classrooms, but in our campus and student life as well. So I'm proud to say that Chaminade has been rated the #1 school in the state of Hawaii for student life. We're also recognized as the 5th most diverse private institution in the country. So we have endless club opportunities available for our students to engage in, whether academic, cultural, activity-based. If you're looking for adventure and want to spend your weekend surfing and hiking, then our fitness club will be great for you. I know yesterday they just went whale watching, which is pretty cool. We also have, if you are really into just belting out K-pop songs, you can go to Karaoke Hut every Friday night, or maybe you want to take advantage of the amazing research opportunities we have. Whatever it is, you will find community here. One of my favorite campus events that we do is twice a year. It's kind of like a night where we celebrate all of the diversity that we have on campus. And so it's like full of music and food and dancing and aloha. We also are a D2 school, so for those of you who want to compete on the collegiate level, I really invite you to explore those opportunities with us as an athlete. If you want to be active but not super competitive, we also have club sports. And for those of you who really want to dive in to having an on-campus living experience, I welcome you to do that as well. We have 3 different floor plans. They are all located at the very top of our campus, so they're going to have the best trade winds and ocean views. They really are the perfect place to watch the sun sink down behind the famous sparkling Honolulu city lights. But please know that it is not required. We really invite all of our students to make this decision for themselves. So whether it is an opportunity that you want to engage in or not, it's totally up to you. But of course, I would encourage you to do so because it's just going to give you more access to the staff and faculty who will mentor you and support you, and know that it is their kuleana to do so. And then finally, I'll talk really briefly about financial aid, and I will mention our final word. So that's going to be ho'ohiki, and that means to promise. So we as an institution promise all of our students 2 things when they come on campus. The first is that they're going to graduate in 4 years, and that is something we take really seriously. We will enter a legal contract with you, promising you that we will do everything on our end as long as you do everything on your end. If you do not graduate in 4 years, Chaminade will actually pay the remainder of your expenses. The second thing that we promise all of our students is to help make our education affordable. We have a broad range of scholarship opportunities for our students that are awarded every year. So you can see right here on your screen that $17,000 was the average incoming student amount of scholarships and aid that our students received last year. But I think I'm probably kind of coming up on my time, so I'll just say thank you so much for logging on today and watching my session. I invite you to schedule a session to get in touch with one of our students or our faculty members, log in for our upcoming virtual open house, or apply for free. I'll put a link in the chat for attending, and with that, I will say ohoi ho.
Thanks so much, Crystal. Next up, we have Auburn University.
All right, good evening and War Eagle. Welcome to Auburn University. We were founded in 1856, and though our name and identity has changed over the years, we have stayed true to the same mission, and that is to work hard, push forward, and do good for others. We are one of the top public universities in the nation, and we are named that again and again every year. We are also named the best value in our state, as well as the absolute best. So we are the #1 institution in the state of Alabama. So we are located in the southeast portion of the state. We're about 30 minutes from the Georgia border. We're in a great location for the southeast US, 3 hours from the Gulf Coast beaches, 3 hours from the mountains in Tennessee and North Georgia, and an hour and a half from Atlanta. You can see some of the other locations we are close to on this map as well. The closest airport that we do have that typically our students fly home through is the Atlanta airport, and we do have shuttles that take our students to and from campus to that airport as well. So when I fly up to see you guys, it's about a 2-hour flight from that Atlanta airport. But kind of zooming in to Auburn, Auburn, Alabama, we are a college town. It's a large university with a small town feel. Everything around the Auburn area is kind of built for college students. So it's built for your ages, from our hangout spots downtown to restaurants, coffee shops, to even like shopping is all for students the ages of like 18 to 24. So if you're looking for a full collegiate experience, that is Auburn City. But we do have over 30,000 students in total enrollment, about 25,000 students in their undergrad, and then our freshman class typically falls between about 4,800 students, give or take. Now we're not in a growth mode for undergraduate admission, so we won't have a freshman class more than 5,000 students. So we are the land grant institution for Alabama, so our mission is to take care of our students in the state of Alabama. So our population is about 60% residential students, but we do cover all 50 states, and over 100 countries are represented on campus. So geographically, our students are coming from all over and calling Auburn home. But we do have 12 colleges and schools, over 150 majors to choose from. I can really attest to a lot of our programs. I changed my major 4 times while I was at Auburn. They're all great. But we're well known for STEM as well as architecture, design, and construction. But no matter what you guys want to do, you can't go wrong. We're actually ranked in every field of study. So these are all highly ranked programs. If you want to see a list of all of our majors, you can go to auburn.edu/majors. But with that, we do have a unique program called our exploratory program. This allows students to start undecided their freshman year and take core courses while taking an intro class where you learn about our different majors we have to offer. You'll take interest quizzes and personality tests, and then you'll actually shadow classes in majors that you're interested in. So it provides you the opportunity to kind of figure out what you want to do before you actually pick something. But even at a large university, we pride ourselves on having surprisingly small class sizes and giving you guys deep personal connections with your professor. So 80% of our classes offered on campus have less than 40 students. We have a 20-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So again, we're trying to give you guys that large university experience where you have the opportunity, research, and funding that comes with that, but still having that small town feel with your professors in each class. Now, going off of academics and more of on-campus life, that's a big part of your college experience, and you're going to have very unique experiences here at Auburn, from, of course, game day and storming the field with 87,451 students, to rolling Toomer's Corner after an Auburn victory, hanging out on Sanford Lawn and hearing the bells chime every hour. Of course, our Tiger Nights. This is one of our student organizations, Dance Marathon. It's a fundraising organization. We have over 550. So no matter what you guys want to get involved with, you're going to have so many opportunities, from leadership opportunities, Greek life, intramural and club sports, to religious organizations, cultural organizations. They literally have something called the Pizza Club. They travel around and try pizza together. So there is something for everybody. Going into our traditions as well, our oldest is actually Hay Day. This is where we all slap name tags on and say hey to each other across campus, to the pregame Eagle Flight, marching bands and spirit squads, the Tiger Walk as well. But our game days are more than just football. It's about the traditions and kind of what brings everyone together. So what's really cool about Auburn people, if you've ever met someone from Auburn, we love our university and we love Auburn. So that is why we've been ranked #1 for 2020 on Princeton's Review's colleges with the happiest students. So our students are happy to be there, and we've actually been on the top 20 for the past 5 years in a row on this list. So if you want to be one of the happiest college students in the country, here's what you need to know on how to go about applying. So this year, for the students who applied for our fall of 2021, these were our requirements. First thing is the application. We can find it on our website as well as on the Common App. Second thing is your high school transcript. And the third thing is one of the following supplemental documents. So we were test flexible this year, so you got to pick which supplemental document you wanted to complete your application file. Dates and deadlines, these are going to shift every year. So if you're my fall of 2022 student, definitely check back with me this summer. If you're waiting to get a decision from us, you're going to have your decision in mid-March. So it's coming up real soon. Scholarships, holistic review. If you want to come visit us on campus, come check us out. You can go to auburn.edu/visit. But I am the state of Illinois admissions advisor. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, clayton.short@auburn.edu. Y'all have a good night.
Thanks, Clayton. Appreciate that very much. Next up, we have Texas State University.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Keegan Duncan. I am a regional admission manager with Texas State University. Thankful that we only have about 6 minutes to go through this presentation, because if you know anything about what's going on in Texas right now, currently feels like -1. There's snow on the ground, and so as a Texan, we are not okay. They're rolling blackout, so hopefully I can get everything in before I lose power or before I run out of time. Let's get into it. As I said, my name is Keegan Duncan. This is going to be my contact information here, so if you do have any questions about the Texas State presentation or about Texas State in general after tonight, feel free to shoot me an email, give me a phone call. I'll be more than happy to help you out. Texas State is the fourth largest public university in the state of Texas, founded way back in 1899. We're actually located in San Marcos, Texas, which you'll see a map of Texas right there in the bottom left that shows where we're located. There between those two San Marcos and Round Rock dots is the city of Austin, state capital, so people know that's a large city right there close to us. And then just south of our San Marcos campus is San Antonio. So Texas State is a large place, about 38,000 students, but we're in a smaller town. San Marcos only has about 60,000 people in the town. So it creates a really cool dynamic for students where they have a large campus right there next, or right there around them, but they're in a smaller, laid back, slower feeling town. So it creates a really cool balance. Plus they're right there next to both Austin and San Antonio. So if you want a big city experience, you can access either of those cities. They both have major airports for our students to get in and out of Texas through. And so it's a really great place for our students to attend. I love this picture because right at the bottom of this hill that you can see is the downtown square. So our campus is right there connected to the city of San Marcos. Another cool thing is that we do have the San Marcos River that flows right through the middle of campus, stays a nice 72 degrees. So it's spring fed just off of campus. So it is an incredible feature for our students to access. We do have 8 different areas of study broken up into several different colleges. This is kind of an easier way to think about it. A few highlights of our programs: we were actually started as a teaching school and are still the top teachers education program in the state of Texas. We graduate the 4th most certified teachers in the entire country. We also have 4 straight years of 100% passing rate on the nursing licensure exam. So that's another very successful program for us. And we're also one of only 3 programs in the country to look at technology enhanced infrastructure in our civil engineering program. So we're very, very strong across the board, regardless of which of our close to 100 different majors our students choose. We're also a very active campus. Like I said, a big campus, lots going on. We have close to 400 different student organizations. So these range anywhere from honors organizations, professional clubs, interest groups, stuff that looks good on your resume, traditional Greek life and sororities, fraternities and sororities, as well as community service opportunities, which does include Bobcat Build, which is our largest service project on campus, where students, faculty, and staff, regardless of their major or interest or involvement, come together and really give back to that community that invests so much into us. You'll also see that we do have intramural sports as well as club sports, and then are also part of the NCAA Division I Sun Belt Conference. For the freshman admission standards, you'll see these listed here. What we're typically looking for on the admission side of things. We're going to be looking for ideally 4 English, math, and science credits, 3 social studies credits on that high school transcript. We're also going to be hoping to find a class rank, but if you don't have a class rank on your transcript, we will actually assign one to you based off of the classes that you've taken, how rigorous they were, and then what your grades were in those classes. This year as well, we were test optional for the top 75% of the graduating class, and we foresee that continuing into next year. We're just waiting for that stamp of approval from our Board of Regents. But the class rank and the test score requirements that you'll see on the bottom left corner is what we typically had previously for assured admission. You'll also see down that bottom right corner that for students who don't meet our assured admission requirements, we do have a holistic review process that takes into account extracurricular involvement, leadership roles, honors and awards, as well as essays or letters of recommendation. The application process will actually be listed on this slide. We'll be looking for a freshman application on either Apply Texas or the Coalition for College, and then an optional but recommended essay. Again, if you do go through that review process, we will take that essay into account. We'll ask for that high school transcript and a $75 non-refundable application fee. There are a few waivers available for students who qualify, and that's going to be based off of family income. If you've taken any dual credit classes, we'll ask for a college transcript. And then if you opt to send us those SAT or ACT scores, we will accept those as well. You'll notice the priority dates on here for the fall semester is going to be March 1st. So that's when a majority of freshmen join us. So that'll be March 1st of your senior year. Application opens typically the summer before your senior year starts. So you have plenty of time to get that information into us. You also have lots of scholarships available for students. The assured scholarships or merit scholarships are going to be for students who are ranked in the top 35% of that graduating class. And we will do a holistic review for those as well if students don't have the SAT or the ACT scores. We also have competitive scholarships that are going to be application based. These can range all the way up to $96,000 spread out over your 4 years. As I said, these are going to be application based, and they do have a deadline of December 15th of your senior year. What's really great about Texas State is that we do also have a non-resident tuition fee waiver for any students who are attending from outside the state of Texas. If you qualify for at least $1,000 of Texas State competitive or merit scholarships, the ones that I just mentioned, then you can actually receive a waiver to pay in-state Texas tuition. So that will cut your costs substantially. Another question that I get quite a bit is about housing. We do require students to live on campus their first year at Texas State. We have 23 different residence halls that are laid out in 6 different styles. So there's lots of options for students to attend. We'd love for you to come visit us. We are open for tours right now, and we do also have online Bobcat days and virtual tours. That admissions.txstate.edu/visit website is the place to go. We look forward to hearing from you, and I'll turn it over to my next colleague.
Thanks, Keegan. Stay safe down there. Next up, we have University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Jackie, and I'm an admissions counselor at the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. I actually work mostly with students outside of Wisconsin and Minnesota, so you might get emails from me if you're already interested in Eau Claire, but I'd be happy to answer any of your questions today. So a little bit about us. We are located in northwestern Wisconsin. That little graphic gives you a pretty good idea of where we are. We are in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. So that's pretty close to the Twin Cities in Minnesota there. That's about an 1.5-hour drive. It's about 5 hours to both Des Moines and Chicago. So if you've been up north, maybe to a cabin up north, then you probably went through Eau Claire. Beautiful area. Like our university, it's pretty mid-size. You'll see that kind of beautiful picture of campus really tells you about the city of Eau Claire itself. A lot of recreation outside. Right now it's a little colder outside, but still a lot of residents and students enjoying hiking and biking in the area. That Chippewa River right there runs right through campus, really popular in the summertime for tubing, kayaking, all that. A little bit about campus itself. We are mid-sized, just like the city. So about 10,700 students, 10,000 of which are our undergraduate students. So you guys coming in as first-year students up until our seniors. So we're really focusing on those students and making sure that they have unique opportunities, including research. Undergraduate research is something we pride ourselves in. It's definitely due to our faculty members that work more than just inside the classroom. They pitch and work with students on these research opportunities and take them to conferences across the country and have these students published all before graduating from undergrad. So if you're going on to medical school, graduate school, really great experience to get under your belt. And of course, we have other opportunities like studying abroad, internships, and service learning, which is actually about community service requirement that gives students a really great opportunity to get that experience outside of the classroom while giving back to the community. Some of our more popular and unique programs are listed there. We do have more than 80 majors and minors to choose from, so I definitely encourage you to go to uwec.edu/majors. We have a really great page that lets you search keywords. So maybe if you want to do something with music, but you're not quite sure which major, if you search music, it'll give you all those options, anything from composition to teaching. So really encourage you to go on that website and search through. But some of our more popular ones include nursing, something we're definitely well known for. It's a competitive program, smaller program. We have a lot of students interested in nursing. Business definitely has some more of our more top majors, a lot of internship opportunities with a lot of the corporations and businesses in the area, including a local software company that was started in Eau Claire that works with Apple products, to Menards, which is actually headquartered in Eau Claire. So a lot of opportunities for students in the city. Biology, chemistry is also pretty popular for students interested in pre-professional health programs. So that's if you're coming in pre-med, pre-vet, pre-pharmacy, something like that. Most of those students are a biology or chemistry major, and then we make sure you're on track working with advisors to get you to medical school after Eau Claire. So unique programs to mention there: communication sciences and disorders. We also have the master's program for that. So if you're interested in audiology, something like that. Social diversity certificate, really great, that emphasizes kind of our emphasis on equity, diversity, and inclusion at Eau Claire. All of our faculty, staff, and students go through trainings and seminars for EDI, what we call EDI. So we're really looking to be a very inclusive campus. Next there, you'll see paying for college. So Midwest Student Exchange Program, or MSCP, is a program we're part of, and that is for any students who are admitted, and the only exception is nursing majors. So as long as you're admitted, if you're from Illinois, you do get that tuition discount as long as you're not a nursing major. So that gets you pretty close to our in-state tuition. What may help also is our scholarships, and we do have out-of-state student scholarships, and that's both for students who are part of the Midwest Student Exchange Program, as well as for out-of-state students. So maybe any nursing students coming from Illinois, you would be paying that non-resident rate, but you may be eligible for scholarships that would bring you down very close to that in-state Wisconsin tuition rate. So definitely look out for those. We are test optional. We were test optional this fall 2021, and then we will be for fall 2022. So whichever you're looking to apply to, keep in mind that we don't need to see those test scores, and even that's for scholarships. We will look at other factors such as your GPA, class rank, things like that. And then finally there, you'll see we do have more than 3,000 student part-time campus jobs that help offset some costs, anything from housing, dining, parking work to working in offices around campus that may provide some more professional experience. For example, we do have students working with us that are interested in going into higher education administration. So that gives them that hands-on great experience before going on into the workforce. So finally there, I just want to encourage you to visit Wisconsin's most beautiful campus. You go to uwec.edu/visit. We do have both in-person options, so you're able to come. It's a half-hour presentation, an hour-and-a-half campus tour, and that's a great preview of your tour there. We have lower campus, and then we're known for a hill. It's a bit of a steep climb, but you go up to upper campus where our residence halls are. So you get to see all that if you come on campus. If you're not able to come on campus, that's okay. We do have some virtual options, including panels where you get to talk to our faculty members or our current students, so you can answer any questions there. But I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have right now. Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie. Appreciate that very much. Next up, we have Indiana State University.
Well, hello, I'm Lisa Winker, and I would like to begin by telling you a little bit about my wonderful institution, Indiana State University. We believe that every person deserves the opportunity to get a great education, and that's why we're all inclusive, and we offer more than 100 majors and minors, over 75 graduate and post professional programs, and over 70 online programs. There's literally something here for everyone. We are a mid-sized public institution with a student enrollment of just under 11,000 students. 2/3 of those classes have less than 30 students, which provide the opportunity for a lot of individualized attention. We also have the most diverse public residential student population in Indiana. So the academics at ISU look more than just bookwork. Our wide range of exciting majors and minors provide 100% of that experiential learning. We are a research institution and a teaching college. We offer endless hands-on and research opportunities for our undergraduate and graduate students. Our large honors program puts theory into practice, working with our professors on research projects. Students aren't stuck waiting until grad school to have that experience. They have the opportunity right from freshman year. Learning experiences with innovative programs which benefit our greater community are woven into nearly every academic program. So let's talk about some of our popular and unique key programs. Our nationally ranking College of Business includes our highly rated insurance and risk management. Cyber criminology and criminal justice are our most popular majors, and we have a well-known communication sciences and disorder major. In addition, we offer engineering and engineering technology programs. Our aviation, education, nursing, Health and pre-professional sciences are also fantastic, but they do require additional applications within the admissions process. And let's not forget our niche program, that has 100% job placement, packaging, engineering, technology. We are also sought after for our psychology program. So incoming students are required to live on campus for their first year in one of our 14 newly renovated resident halls. If you love food as much as I do, there are 18 different dining locations on campus and even more options just off of campus grounds. There are over 260 clubs and organizations, including 28 chapters of National Greek Life. And there are a lot of other fun things to do on campus as well as in Terre Haute. A sample of some of our unique clubs include our national drag racing team and Quidditch teams. ISU has a lot of traditions, including our annual tandem race and our tricycle derby. We are Division I, part of the Missouri Valley Conference, and we also offer competitive club and intramural sports. So go ahead and take a quick screenshot of this slide. Unconditionally admitted students will be at that interstate scholars price point for the most part on this chart. Students from Illinois with a 3.0 or higher will automatically receive the Midwest Achievement Scholarship of $2,000, which once applied will lower your tuition down to $9,942, which is just in reach of that in-state cost. We offer a lot of other merit scholarships that are stackable and renewable too. Our competitive scholarships are really fantastic. Some, like our President's Scholarship, include complete in-state tuition, room, board, and a stipend to study abroad. So you may be wondering about our admission requirements. ISU is test optional for general admission. The average GPA that we get coming in is a 3.29. If my computer cooperates. There we go. Living on campus, you're going to be right in the heart of what we call Paradise. The Haute offers a small, cozy town feel and the conveniences of city life. The city has a population of just over 60,000, and really everything that you could want is at your fingertips. Terre Haute is also settled along the banks of the Wabash River. It celebrates its rich history and brims with cultural activities and parks. A couple fun facts: Terre Haute is the original home of the iconic tapered Coca-Cola bottle and Clabber Girl baking powder. Our 435-acre campus is located at the north part of downtown, contained in a kind of bubble within that city. It contains tons of lush trees and award-winning sustainable landscape. Our sycamores also make an impact on the community, as we have performed over 1.25 million hours of community service. Our students hit the ground running and easily adapt to change. Employers love that about our graduates, and in fact, our grads enjoy a 99% placement, and on average, they earn a starting salary of $57,000 a year. Here goes my computer once again, sorry. There we go. Well, I want to thank you for taking your time out of your day to learn more about Indiana State. I'd love to provide you with further personalized information, so please feel free to contact me. Thanks again. Go Sycamores.
Thanks, Lisa, so much. Appreciate that. Finally, this evening, we have the Eastern Illinois University.
Get out of here. Sorry, Omar.
No problem, no problem. All righty. Get this going. All right. And what's going on, everybody? My name is Omar Kill Solomon. I'm an admissions counselor at Eastern Illinois University. I'm so happy that you guys took time out of your evening to hear from all of us. So definitely feel free, ask questions. We love to hear from students. That's what we do. I'm an alum of EIU. I graduated in 2009 with a degree in communication studies, and I've been doing this for over a decade now. So when I was a counselor, I actually had hair on top of my head. But enough about me. Let's talk about EIU, Eastern Illinois. We are located in Charleston, Illinois. Where is Charleston, you may ask? That is in the east central region of Illinois, of our state. That's about 45 minutes south of the Champaign-Urbana area. From the Chicagoland region, that's roughly 2.5 to 3 hours. From the Southern Illinois area, that's roughly about 2 hours. From St. Louis to Indianapolis, two major metropolitan cities, we're roughly about 2 to 2.5 hours. So we're not too far. I always say it's close enough to home, but it's also far enough that your parents aren't going to knock on the door. Medium-sized institution. So roughly 17 to 18 is your average classroom size, just under 10,000 students. So you get the opportunity for a not too big, not too small school, more so sized for success. One thing I compare EIU to is my favorite movie of all time, High School Musical, because we are all in this together. We bop to the top because we're breaking free because you are the music in me. Another great thing about EIU, you talked about the opportunities inside the classroom being sized for success, but there's also an opportunity to go to the next level. Close to above 90% of our students are getting jobs or getting placed in graduate schools after their graduation. And to me, that speaks highly on the return on investment here at the university. It's also a 14-to-1 student to faculty ratio. In terms of some majors that EIU is definitely known for, we are originally founded as an education school back in 1895. We're the second largest producers for teachers in the state of Illinois. There's no waiting list for our education program, so once you meet that criteria, you can start taking those education classes. Eastern also has a nursing program. We had recently had a donation from an alum, and we have our brand new Bachelor's of Science in Nursing, but also we have all those pre-healthcare programs, so pre-med, pre-dentistry, pre-optometry, you name it. Business, of course, is very popular. Sports and management. We actually had an alum who is the social media director for the Los Angeles Lakers. And his roommate is actually a social media content creator for JaVale McGree, who was actually on the Lakers. Now he's on the Cavaliers. So you can definitely start near and go far here at EIU. And to me, that's what it means to be sized for success. Our faculty members are all in as soon as you step foot on campus. Our Dowd Fine Arts building is also $45 million, and that's dedicated to the music, art, and theater department. In terms of cost, very affordable. Another reason why students love EIU, I always say it's about the access, the affordability, and the atmosphere. We talked a little bit about the access, but in terms of affordability, one of the lowest costs in the state. Everything, your tuition, which is locked in for 4 consecutive years, your room and board. We're the first residential campus in the state of Illinois, and I'll talk about the residence halls in just a second. And your textbooks, very important. We rent our textbooks here at EIU. It's $9.95 a credit hour, so all of your textbooks are going to cost you just under $300. So all those three combined were just around that $22,000 range here at EIU, and that's also before your scholarships and financial aid opportunities. We are, in terms of admission criteria, a test optional school, not only for admission, but also for scholarships. So starting with around a 3.3 GPA, you can be qualified for our test optional, not only our admission, but also our scholarship program. We have our honors college that can offer up to a full ride. We have Aim High for the state of Illinois to help keep our students in state. That can help offset your tuition with our EIU Panther Promise. So definitely feel free to get in contact with me after the presentation. I'll definitely place my contact information and we can discuss that further. We also have outside and departmental scholarships. So students are rarely paying that total cost here at EIU. A little bit about the atmosphere here at EIU, the application criteria. All we need, of course, is your application. It is a $30 fee. Of course, normally we do accept the fee waiver. And we also just need your official high school transcript. So at least 4 years of English, 3 to 4 in your math, science, and history courses. If you took at least 2 years of a foreign language with a C or better, you wouldn't have to take it here at EIU. All right. And lastly, talking about the atmosphere, I loved everything about the EIU experience. And you might say, like, Omar, like, what can you do here in Charleston? There's everything to do. Lisa mentioned at Indiana State, we also have a Quidditch team. I found out about Quidditch. I was walking on our South Quad and I'm looking around and there was kids running around on brooms. I'm like, what is happening? Are they playing dodgeball? No, it was our EIU Quidditch team. We're a Division I university, of course, football, basketball, track and field. You might have heard quarterback of the San Francisco 49ers, Jimmy Garoppolo. Also the GM, the current GM of the Bears, Ryan Pace, and also head coach Sean Payton. All EIU alums. So once again, starting near and going far, that's what it means to be sized for success. And all the athletic events in a normal year are paid for in your student fees. There's academic clubs, cultural clubs, social clubs, opportunities for inclusion, our fraternities and sororities, including our MPHC fraternities and sororities. We also have a Greek court on our campus, housing, is all male, all female, or gender neutral. There's themed floors. So we really want to make sure that we connect with our students to bring you that college experience. And that's what it's all about. As you guys go through this journey, I know it's unique right now, but feel free to reach out to myself or any of my colleagues that are on this call or more calls that you're going to go to later throughout this week or in the coming months, and ask those questions. Take those virtual tours because we definitely want to hear from you. And we definitely, I'm pretty sure I'm speaking for everyone. We all want to hear from you guys. So once again, my name is Omar Solomon from Eastern Illinois University. I'll put my contact information in the chat box.
Thanks so much, Omar. Well, we've got a few minutes left here, students. So I wanted to ask each one of the universities and colleges quickly, if you all want to turn your cameras back on, what is one piece of advice that you would give to students going through the admission college selection process? So why don't we just go down the list of the order we presented in. So Crystal, if you're there, I'll put you on the spot from Hawaii. Since I don't know she's there, Clayton, why don't you go ahead and start us off?
Yeah, the biggest advice I have, and I just always recommend this to juniors, just because every year admissions changes and shifts at each school. Sometimes it's just because of the university or, COVID. So a lot of those dates and deadlines shift. So just staying up to date on, with the universities that you're looking at, I recommend getting a calendar that's just for college deadlines, dates that you buy, and that's all you put on there, just to make sure that you are not missing anything that could prevent you from having some really great opportunities like scholarships and optimizing your opportunities, if you will. So that's my biggest advice. Just make sure you're up to date on all the information, as it is going to shift, has shifted, and will continue to shift in the future with everything going on too.
Perfect. Crystal, you want to catch up from Hawaii over there?
Sorry, island time,
That's
right?
okay.
Yeah, I think my biggest piece for advice that I always try to tell students is really just to listen to your own heart and really search what's going to make you happy. I know it's really important to make decisions as a family and that everybody feels comfortable with. And also, for sure, you're going to hear your friends kind of talking a lot about what they're considering, but this is something that's going to be for you for the next 4 years. So, use those resources, but really follow your own heart.
Great, thanks. Keegan, what do you got for us?
Yeah, I definitely encourage students and families to ask questions. We as admission counselors or admission professionals, regardless of title, are here to help you. That is our job. We are here to be your connection to each of our individual universities. And we're also here to help you as a student find that right fit. So even if it's not with our individual institution, don't be afraid to ask us questions, to get advice, to find out more about our recommendations or what we have to say on a specific topic. Like I said, we are here to help and happy to do it.
That's great. Thank you so much, Keegan. Jackie, what do you have for us this evening?
My biggest piece of advice is, I think, to visit if you can in person, but I know that's not realistic. You probably can't take a weekend to go from Wisconsin to Hawaii to Texas, but really take advantage of those virtual opportunities. And I think I can probably speak for everyone here is we're making ourselves way more available for one-on-ones. If you want to reach out, we can have these Zoom appointments. We can have these phone calls if you can't come to campus, and we can really talk through all of your questions, since I know it's a little bit of a crazier, non-traditional time in the college search process.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Lisa?
Yeah, I have a son who's in college right now and a daughter who graduated college. And from our experience, to keep an open mind about your college search. So look at all schools that could possibly have any kind of major that you might be interested in. It's better to have more choices than none. I know my daughter really looked at possibly going to a really big, like a Big Ten school. And then once she realized when we got on campus, after she had gotten accepted, like, oh my gosh, this isn't the place for me because it's too big. Then we ended up scrambling. I mean, I'm in this for a living, and we ended up scrambling. She ended up at a very small school, and my son is actually at Indiana State right now. So keep your options open, look at public, private, in-state, out-of-state, and really kind of focus in on that end cost.
Nice. Omar, wrap us up here. What do you got for us, sir?
I'll just piggyback off what everyone else said. I think the key thing, students and families, you guys, especially for the students, you guys are the drivers of the car, and allow those around us to put the fuel in the car for you so you guys can reach that finish line. So that's from your family, that's your peers, that's your teachers, that's your school counselors. Allow them to put the fuel in the car to help you keep driving that car so you can reach that finish line. That first finish line is going to be that high school graduation. Your parents are going to cry like, oh my God, it's tears of joy because they're done paying for you. Then you're going to walk across the stage again in college. They're going to cry again. And then it goes all downhill because you get married and the rest of life is over. But anyways, no. Drive that car, students. No matter if you take a turn, no matter if you take a pit stop, you got to go to the gas station and buy a bag of chips. Continue to drive that car, because at the end of the day, the marathon's always going to continue. And school counselors and also admissions professionals like myself and everyone on this call will be here to help you.
Very good. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this evening. I certainly want to thank all 6 of the universities for joining us as well and presenting. For those who are listening, obviously you'll get a transcript later on. The universities are certainly available to answer questions offline. We certainly hope to see you soon on another Strive Scan event as you continue to tour different universities. Everybody have a great evening. Stay safe. Bye-bye.